As Jesus went on with his ministry, he would also travel to Jerusalem to observe Jewish holidays. He continued to preach and heal the sick within the city walls.
These are the pools of Bethesda, where Jesus performed a miracle, healing a man who has been sick for 38 years.
His act of kindness towards this man angered the temple priests, for it was done during the Sabbath, when no work, not even miracles, should be performed. And so Jesus was watched closely by the religious elders, as more people looked up to him as the Messiah. After celebrating the Passover feast with his disciples, Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to them, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." Gethsemane in Hebrew means an olive oil press. Israel has a long tradition of producing olive oil, used for anointing priests and for lighting the temple. Here at the Golan Heights, olive plantations cover the landscape. I met with Avner Talmon, an olive grower who tells me why he decided to get into this business.
You were saying this view was the one that got you started to move here all together.
I came over here. Apparently, this house, which I didn't know it in the beginning, came with 25 acres of agricultural land. Not to build on, but you can plant. And I said, you know what, the olive tree is smarter than the one who plants it.
But it's a very important agricultural plant here in Israel, even from the very beginning of history.
That's right, because olive tree can take bad maintenance, bad treatment, bad everything. It survives itself. It's drought resistant. It doesn't need water. It can survive. It produces olives, which is actually food and drugs, cure, everything is inside it. So you see the olive tree, there's a reason it lives so long.
He takes me to the olive orchards, where he makes sure that they are grown in an organic and sustainable way. But aside from producing extra virgin olive oil, Avner describes how he discovered a use for the water residue left after extracting the oil.
The machine has a big hose for the residue.
Right.
That is called husk.
Yes.
It's flowing outside, and it's kind of a quantity. And the pipe broke. So I went there and tried to fix it. When I tried to fix it, it broke totally. So it started to spill on me, and I fell underneath. So I was kind of covered with the material.
Yeah.
And then my guys pulled me out of there, and they took water and washed me. I suddenly see that my skin is good, is even better. I mean, immediately. I mean, the touch is kind of silky. What's going on here?
Yes.
So I understood that there's something in it.
This small accident led to a lucrative global business. Perfecting their formulas in their labs, Olea Essence now has a wide range of organic skincare and household products. It is indeed a business that can thrive for generations, as olive trees have a very long lifespan. Some even claim that these found in the Garden of Gethsemane have existed for 1,000 years. Could Jesus have agonized in prayer under these very same trees? On the same night, they found Jesus here and they arrested him. This led to a series of events that changed the course of human history forever. What would it have felt like to be there and to watch these events unfold? Pilgrims continue to trace these narrow alleys, trying to hear the echo of footsteps in the cobblestones. The Via Dolorosa, or the Way of Suffering, traces the steps Jesus took as he is led to his death, commemorated by 14 stations.
This is the first station of the cross. This is where Pontius Pilate condemned Jesus. Today, it is already an all-boys Muslim school.
Jesus was made to drag the instrument of his execution through these narrow streets.
At this point, Simon of Cyrene helped Jesus carry the cross. And he was leaning right at this stone to rest and catch his breath.
Each agony, each fall is etched in memory. Pilgrims imagine the physical and spiritual strain of bearing the cross, the sins of the world, on Jesus' shoulders. Finally, he reaches the place of his execution. In Christian tradition, the site of Jesus' crucifixion and burial is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I met the man they call the Keeper of the Keys. He is Muslim, but holds the keys to Christendom's holiest shrine.
This is three main churches. Under the control of the Greek, Catholic, Armenian, under the shoulder of the Armenian, Coptic, and Assyrian.
Okay.
So we have 5 churches. Every day we open at 5 and we close at 9 in the evening.
Since the 12th century, a Muslim family holds the key to maintain the peace among the Christian churches found on the site.
My Nusebi family is our family is responsible to open and close the church every morning.
What age did you start?
Me I started around 25 years old. Now I am 67 years.
And do you give it to your eldest son?
Like a kingdom, it goes from
The
father
eldest.
to theirs. If not, the brother, cousins, and so on.
And thank you very much. It is appreciated by the whole Catholic community, by all the communities for you to open this door to everyone.
We are here, we're helping to be neutral between all the Christians, so you are welcome and
Thank
we
you.
hope you good visit and God give help for everybody.
Thank you very
sir.
much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Inside, the last 5 stations of the cross can be found, leading to one of the holiest places in Christian tradition. Beneath the altar is a hole said to be the place where the cross was raised. Crucifixion is the most shameful, most brutal sentence reserved only for the gravest of crimes in Roman law. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Jesus uttered as he hung on the cross, fulfilling the ultimate sacrifice for mankind. As Jesus breathed his last, the skies darkened, a storm raged, and the earth shook. Here, they say the rock of Calvary's cracks are evidence of these events. As Jesus' body was taken down from the cross, a rich man, Joseph of Arimathea, claimed Jesus' body to be put in a proper tomb. This stone is believed to be the spot where Jesus' body was prepared for burial. Within the church is the edicule, said to house the tomb of Jesus himself. Owing to the great significance of the events that took place 3 days after Jesus was buried, scholars tried to find the spot where this happened.
Outside the walls of Jerusalem, they found this garden tomb, which is what Jesus' tomb would have looked like at that time.
It was dawn of the 3rd day, and some of the women went to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body. What they found took them by surprise. The stone had been rolled away. The body could not be found. An angel said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He is risen." It was through these events that the Christian faith is hinged, to be later on spread all over the world through expeditions, through conquest. And so the story of Jesus is one of the most well-known in the world. And for all its familiarity, it may indeed be the greatest story ever told. Israel today is considered sacred ground not only for the people who live in it, but also for the rest of the world who share in the many ideologies that have sprung up from this place. This land is where faith is made tangible, where scriptures come alive. Keeping the peace among these faiths is therefore everyone's responsibility.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next
Asian Air Safari!